Hey, you guys, welcome to our Monday night call. My name is Fallon Rabe, and I'm a five-star diamond. And I wanted to share just a little bit of my journey, but more to give you belief in network marketing because I hear so often just people aren't getting support maybe from family members or the friends that they thought they would get the support from. Maybe it's your spouse, it could be your parents, it could be your best friend. And I'm just here to tell you that network marketing, it isn't normal. And that's a good thing. I think I don't really want to be normal. I don't want to be like everybody else because I see what everybody else's life looks like, or maybe people I grew up with. And I'm like, there's still like, there's no growth. Like you're just there. And for me, I didn't want to just be there in life. Like I wanted to always give my all. And I think it was probably how I was raised, just to do the best you could at everything. So doing everything with excellence was something, I guess, just the way my parents raised me. And things I learned in church. So I was also, my dad was a business owner and my mom worked in the business. So I grew up doing payroll stuff for employees and just grew up with that entrepreneurial mindset. Me and my sister talk a lot about how we'd make little business cards with our little Winnie the Pooh app on the computer way back when we had Windows 95, and we'd do the little clip art and we'd try to get people to, be in our club or our business. And we're just always doing that kind of thing. So from the time, I mean, probably as soon as I moved out of my parents' house and was on my own and I had my house and I started getting pregnant, and it was like, okay, like this is fun. Like now what? Now what else can I do? There's only so much, wiping butts and dishes, and like the same I needed to be stimulated. I needed to be challenged. I needed something to strive for. And I still love having babies, probably have one or two more, maybe. I don't know. I'd love to, but I love that aspect, but I wanted more too. So I looked into so many different business ideas and did a lot of them. I did some bakery stuff. Like I'd wake up in the middle of the night and we would change out the cinnamon roll dough, and we'd go to gas stations and like, okay, can we sell our cinnamon rolls here? And then we'd have to get certified by the state, and we'd work on all of that stuff. And I just lay in the front yard while the kids were little and write down like names for my business. And I very quickly realized that I wasn't going to make a lot of money if I had to raise all the kids and do all the baking and get that product to sell. It was just a lot and a lot of regulation and all of that. So then I started to do some crocheting, and I was crocheting hats. Well, every time you want to sell a little hat on Etsy, you have to put in the work, and my hands started to cramp up and they hurt. And I'm like, I can't do this. The hats are cute, but I'm just going to make them for my own kids. I don't want to do this to make money. And then I started doing web design and learning about blogging and stuff like that. And I thought maybe I would do that. And then Lori Welch, my sponsor, reached out to me about Plexus. And I was like, okay, network marketing. I've heard of this before. My mom would go do the parties and she'd bring home the Pampered Chef catalogs. And my aunt sold Longaberger baskets. And I was like, I could really do, like, I love this. I love having the catalogs to hand out and have the business cards. And I just thought it was so great from the time I was a kid. And so when Lori introduced me to this, I knew all about network marketing, but I had preconceived ideas from a good, positive standpoint because my mom was supporting her friends that were doing this. And so for me, network marketing never had that bad stigma until I started to run into other people. And my confidence was so strong because I saw single moms being able to raise their kids when I was a teenager. I was able to see that. And so for me, I was like, dang, she's driving that car and she's doing this from home. Like that was always a big deal to me, to see people making money from home, because I always wanted to be there for my babies. I wanted to be a mom first and foremost. And I didn't want to go and waste my time. I'm like, okay, I want a degree in early childhood education, but I have to learn all these other things. It drove me crazy following the rules too, just sitting there and going through the motions, and then seeing people get out of college with all this debt. It just didn't make any sense to me. So network marketing was really, really appealing. And when people, after I started doing network marketing, would have negative things to say, I was just like, no, no, it's not like that. No, it's not a pyramid scheme. And then I would Google, like, is network marketing a pyramid scheme, and why not? And I would view their objections as a challenge, like, you're wrong, I'm right. Let me find the information to tell you why this idea that you have that network marketing isn't a legitimate business or there's no money to be made. I think a lot of it is because a lot of people, 1 in 13 women have started a network marketing business because they go to the pub, the parties, and it's very appealing. It is really appealing. For $30, you can start a business, or even under $1,000, you can start a business and you can get started today making money. And a lot of people have tried it, but it's something that they give up. Like, they talk to their neighbor and they don't want it, or they talk to their sister and, they don't want to buy the product, and then they give up so quickly and so easily. If you continue in network marketing, you will make it to the top. It's proven that everyone who doesn't give up will make it to the top. And we have old pictures from when I started. I started when I was 26, 10 years ago. So, well, yeah, I was just about to turn 27 because I'm 37 now. But we have old pictures of everybody, and the people who quit, obviously they're not here, but all of the ones who kept going, they're jewels now, and they have jewels under them, and they have these huge teams. So it really is true that if you don't give up, you can make it to the top. So network marketing is one of the most exciting and fastest growing industries today. And Bill Gates says that. And I would definitely have to agree. I think it is exciting. Year after year, network marketing gets bigger and bigger and bigger as an industry, as a business model. There's so many different business models, but as a business model, we just continue to grow. So I love this too, that how to sell a product in network marketing. You're selling yourself, right? And it is 90% your energy and only 10% the products and the business and your back office and who it's none of that. None of that stuff matters. It's 90% your energy. So if you're not excited about where you're going or the people you signed up, I don't want to hear oh, well, I don't think she'll go very far, or she's not very good at this. Like, no, everyone who comes in who wants to be a diamond, they're going to be a diamond. Let's help them. And then if they decide they don't, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But if they say they want this, all right, girl, let's go. We're getting you to diamond. We're going to do this. And you're excited. That would be the number one thing that I could tell you to work on, is your excitement level. And I'm excited to be standing here sharing this. I am not excited to be leading a call. It gives me anxiety. I start sweating. Like, it's just, I have to kick my socks off, or half the time I'm like taking them off. I'm undressing while I'm up here. I still keep my pants on, but I am stressed to do it, but I'm excited too. So you have to have that energy, and no, it doesn't have to be something that you're born with. You can change that about you. The very first events that I showed up to with Brittany Howard, I sat there like this and had my knees up on the table. I just sat there, and she's like, you look like you don't want to be here. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that gave the impression that I don't want to be here. I'm just like, I'm just real comfortable. I'm just sitting back here looking at everybody. And I was the one leading. I was the one presenting with Brittany. So I was like, all right, what do? We're not going to stand there like that. We're not going to sit there, arms crossed, like none of that. Even to this day, I'll tell my kids, like, oh, cross your arms. It makes people think you're not open. So we're going to have our arms down. So I had to learn these. You guys are making me laugh. Yes. Keep my pants on. I know you've all heard this statistic too, and I love it, but just listen to the words carefully. 82% of women who make over $100,000 per year do it through network marketing. Not a lot of women make six figures, but of those who do, 82% of them do it through network marketing. I know we got some guys on here. So for the few guys that are probably on here, I'll tell you a little statistic about the guys. Women, you can just cover your ears, but men make even more money in network marketing than women, okay? But ladies, you're in the right place still, because if you want to make more than 6 figures, this is how 82% of women are doing it. And that was always so powerful for me to hear that. So I know that it is not normal to be making $70,000 a month or $20,000 a month, but most businesses, they will make $50 million a year, say, and they put $45 million back into advertising. So people will say, I don't know how you're making that much money. I remember Chris and Susie McCall, they're like, I feel like we're doing something illegal. We are making so much money doing network marketing. What is even happening? Because this is not a normal paycheck. It is not normal to have a payday and bam, there's $70,000. But that is because network marketing is such a smart business model that they are investing that 45 million, which is more than that, but just for numbers sake, that 45 million is getting paid back into us instead of billboards and commercials and all those different paying celebrities. They pay us. We are the storefront of Plexus. And that is why they can pay us so well. Nothing illegal going on here. We have products that we're selling, but I love this business model so, so much. And Brittany Howard, she's really smart and she was my first business builder, but she studied the comp plan. She looked really deeply into network marketing and she's just like, it's just really smart. It is just really, really smart. And that really solidified my belief in network marketing all over again, to hear that this is just smart, and it really truly is. So it's honestly pretty genius. So a lot of companies are doing this same thing. They're paying you to have an affiliate link. I have an Amazon link. I share so much stuff from Amazon. I've maybe made 5 cents in the 12 years I've had like an affiliate link. You don't make but pennies off of things when people click it, and then it has to click all the way through to, like, they can't leave Instagram or Facebook app. It's just really hard to make money. And I know Trisha Reggers talked about this a lot because she's talked to a lot of influencers, like, how much money are you making? $5,000 a month, maybe here or there. Like, there's so much more money in the way that network marketing works versus regular affiliate links. But brands are seeing the power behind using our faces as the advertisement. And that is why they were doing it. When I go to, I'm like, oh, those jeans are cute that this influencer is sharing. I go to click it, they're sold out because somebody that someone trusts and respects is sharing the product. It's not just a commercial on TV. You get to know people and have a relationship with them through social media. You're like, oh, she's pregnant. Oh my gosh, is she having a boy or a girl? Like, you follow along. People love, and that's a tip for you guys when you're sharing on social media, they love to see the journey. They love to see progress and go along with you as you learn how to make homemade noodles or whatever it is. Like, they want to watch the mistakes and do all of the things. They don't want you to show up being perfect. So speaking of not being perfect, my story has a lot of failures in it. I went door to door in the rain with really not nice tennis shoes on. I'm sure you guys have heard me say that. I didn't even realize my tennis shoes were not so nice until Brittany told me that, but nobody showed up to our event. We did them for probably 6 months without people showing up. Maybe a couple of Brittany's friends would show up to be supportive, like her mother-in-law, stuff like that. But there was not a lot of success at all. I mailed out 300 invitations to my friends. I'm like, I'm going to go back home to Michigan from Georgia, and I'm going to mail out these invitations. And of course, they're going to come and want to support me and my business. Just kidding. Apparently, they didn't. My pastor's wife showed up, and I was really embarrassed because then she knew that nobody else showed up, and we had rows and rows of chairs. But I still did my presentation. I still did the whole thing. And I went back home, and I was like, it's okay. They are going to see me waving from my Lexus the next time I have to see any of those people who did not support me. So that was really a lot of fuel for me to be successful. And I think I was listening to Grant Cardone last week, and I'm pretty sure it was him who said that the biggest fuel in your business, and I've heard this before, but the biggest fuel in your business is the people who don't believe in you. You're going to show them that you will be successful. That is the biggest thing that you can do for yourself, is use that to motivate you. So let's see what else. Yes, I was not very successful, but that is the power of network marketing, is multiplication. You don't have to be good at everything. You don't have to know everybody or really anybody. You just have to know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who might be better at something than you. So Lori told me to sign up people who were better with people than I was. Sign up people who are better than you. Sign up people who can surpass you in all things. And that's how you're going to grow. So I just started looking for people who had better skill sets than me. But really, I looked for anybody who was willing to do this. But when somebody was a talker, because I wasn't, I was like, okay, she'd be really good at this because she can talk to everybody. But I was able to go from failure in my business to success because I was willing to learn, and I was willing to get really, really, really uncomfortable. I did so many uncomfortable things. And way back in the day when network marketing started, when people were going door to door, they were calling numbers through the phone book, they were filling their garages full of product. Helen and Sonia were with another company. They had garages full of product because their company didn't stock the product. It wasn't like it is now. We have it so good and so easy, you guys. If they can be successful selling bars of soap out of the back of their car, I'm pretty sure that was Rita Davenport and someone way back 10 years ago at convention. And I was like, that is really inspiring. This homeless person is now a millionaire, maybe a billionaire. I don't even know. But I was like, wow, if she can do it, I can do it. And that, again, built my belief in network marketing and what I was doing. Because you have to have rock solid belief in yourself, network marketing, and in the product. So you really want to make sure you fully believe in what you're doing with network marketing. Another reason that network marketing is the best is the residual income. Now, residual income is not a reason to not work your business. It's still a business. We still work, but the difference is you get to get paid on what you did yesterday, and you get to get paid 7 times 7 times 7 over. You get to get paid while you're sleeping because someone else was working and was awake during that time. And you get to get paid on it without doing the work because you already did the work. And that is pretty much unheard of without putting in maybe 20, 25, 30 years. Like, to have that kind of business in the other realm of the business world, not network marketing, you work your entire life for that. And I know the question, because I've heard it before, well, then why doesn't everybody do network marketing? Because they're not willing to face rejection. They're not willing to be uncomfortable. You're the face of Plexus. You can't hide behind something. You have to put yourself out there, and people don't want to do that. And that's why we make the big bucks, because we're willing to do that. So what I was willing to do was, and God really blessed me in my business. I was really praying a lot over 2 years. And it's like God knows when you're at your wit's end. You're at the end of your rope. But I had went to the places I knew there were billboards, and I took all the business cards off. All the people who are selling lawn care services, pressure washing services, babysitting, dog walking, I got all their business cards. And I got a phone book. I'm like, where the flip do you even get a phone book these days? But Eric Worre said they would go through the phone books. And I'm like, okay, we're going through the phone book, Fallon. Here we go. We are going to start cold calling all of these people. And I don't know how the heck it happened. Praise God it did. But literally all of my business builders, the strongest legs on my entire team, came to me like right away, like that next week. Everybody wanted to be, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so busy with everybody else. I don't have to go through this phone book. But I was ready. I literally had it sitting there. And I remember this to this day. Cody Elmer wrote me. She's like, I've lost 30 pounds on these products. My husband's loving them. I want to share them with my birth moms group. And then I met Tiffany, buying that stroller from her. I almost didn't do it. And those of you who know me, you'll laugh and the rest of you will be like, she's crazy. Maybe you'll all will think that, but my son hadn't had food yet and he would get low blood sugar and throw up. And he looked like he was about to throw up. And back then we wouldn't even touch Chick-fil-A or Chipotle, anything, even if it was an emergency. So I was like, how is this kid gonna not throw up? We're an hour away from home. This crazy woman is going back and forth between Starbucks and Target, and she's all over the place. We'll not get to her house to buy this stroller, but I really felt like God was pushing me to do it. And he was like, you can do hard things. And I didn't really know what that meant other than don't look at your son who you think is going to throw up, who you think has low blood sugar, that we need to find him food. We're going to go and we're going to get this stroller. And Greg Wilson had some snacks and I closed my eyes as they ate goldfish for the first time in their lives and the last time. But I knew that it was a God thing. So listen to the voice of God and really pray for your business. And I'm telling you, when it is totally out of your hands, I've seen this happen so many times. Like, I can't get anybody to work. I just cannot get anybody to do this business. And it's like, you just cry out to God, like, God, show me that I am in the right place. Show me that I'm doing the right thing. And he will send, so even if it's just a positive reaction to your reach out, he will send something that gives you that like glimmer of hope. I'm not saying you're going to go diamond tomorrow. I'm just saying you'll be like, thank you, God. Like, I know this is why I'm here. I know what I'm doing. Thank you, Lord, that she loves ProBio 5. I can keep going. Like, you feel those feelings. So let's see what else I have here. All right, you guys, every single day you have got to listen to belief building things. Now, back in the day, we had to listen to like a YouTube video and you have to listen to the whole thing. And you can do that through podcasts if you want. I really listened to a great one from Grant Cardone this week while I washed floors and did dishes. And Eric Worre, always my favorite. Daniel G is probably my newest favorite. He is on Instagram, but you can watch a 5-second reel and you can get pretty pumped up for the day and feel like, yep, I can send 3 messages. I'm going to do it. I'm not afraid of rejection. I'm not afraid of their objections. This is like a challenge. And talk to other people who are excited. My sister, she is pumped up and she's getting people working like crazy. And she's been sending me this stuff. Actually, I think she sent me all of those except Eric Worre. And you guys have to do that. Send this to your downline. Send this to your upline. It's really good to be excited with someone and it's almost magical. It's really contagious. So are you guys proud to be a network marketer? We did a challenge, might be getting ready to do some aspect of this again, but I made everybody make a YouTube video where they said, I am a network marketing professional as their first video. And people were scared. People with anxiety were hyperventilating and they didn't want to do it. And honestly, I didn't even work them through like, okay, honey, why are you embarrassed? Or like, I'm just like, just do it. Like, we're not going to go through the trauma of why you can't say it or who's going to be mad or how embarrassed you are. We're just going to do it because you should be proud. And that is who we are. And so we made those videos. Mine is probably still up. Everyone else, I'm pretty sure, was embarrassed and most of them deleted theirs. And that's okay too. But would you post on your wall that you are proud to be a network marketer? I know we say social selling a lot, and sometimes I'll use the word brand rep. And that's fine. My preferred term is a brand rep because I think these days people understand like, hey, pick a brand and be a representative for it. They comprehend that. But I have, and I would not be embarrassed to say I'm in network marketing. If your family wants to know what you do, just hold your head high. And this is what you do, but you should be proud of it. I would dare anybody to come and tell me anything bad about network marketing because of my posture when I say that I'm in network marketing. They're not going to touch that. They're not, unless they're really, really argumentative. And then at that point, I don't have time for that in my life. But if you're embarrassed, you can ask yourself why and really go back to feeding your belief. If you feed your belief with these people that I'm telling you to listen to, Eric Worre, Daniel G. If you listen to them, you're not going to be embarrassed to be a network marketer. You're going to feel bad for everybody else because they're sitting over there having the same 9-to-5 job that doesn't get a pay raise. You guys have an unlimited income potential. And you're not going to tell me that I'm saying this because I'm a 5-star diamond. It has nothing to do with that, because I was this proud and confident 2 years in when I went to gold and lost all of my points and was at silver for a long time. It didn't bother me because I knew where I was headed. I don't care what mistakes I made in the past. I knew where I was going because I believed in network marketing so strongly, because I was listening to Eric Worre's millionaire, whatever people he had talking about their rags to riches stories all day long. This is what I listened to. I put it in the car. My kids would ask to listen to it. It was so good for them. So a couple tips that I wanted to give you guys just on network marketing. The one who handles objections wins. It's not the person who sends out the most messages. It's the person who can learn how to handle their objections. So that's what you need to do, is really get good at handling people's objections of the products cost too much, or I need to ask my husband. They don't ask their husband when they need to buy a new lipstick. Okay. Probably they don't need to ask their husband before they buy a probiotic. I'm just saying. And don't be afraid to hear them say no, because they already aren't on your team. It can't get much worse than the fact that they're already not doing this. So don't let them say no scare you. They've already said no. They're not here. They just haven't said the words with their mouth or with their fingers. And that's it, you guys. That's all that I have for you. And I wanted to end right at 9:30 because I know we have a lot of other calls after this. So I will see you guys later.